The last piece that we're going to look at with regards to the scanning module in TBC 5.1 is the extract point feature command, and this is located on the point clouds tab in the ribbon over in the deliverables section on the right hand side of the tab. And if I open up extract point feature, the command will load in the command pane on the right hand side, and it will allow us to extract attributes of different features simply by selecting a single point of that feature in the project from the point cloud. Okay, so the extraction types included are trees, poles, and signs, and they allow us to automate some of the feature coding, some of the attribution of our feature code. So the way that it works is I'm going to use the manual mode to start with, and the box here says pick a tree trunk point. I click in the box and I then click a point on the trunk. I can then move in 3D space to make sure that my selection is actually on the trunk where I want it. Make sure I've clicked properly. Looks like I'm good there. Okay, and then I'm going to click the next button, or I could hit enter, then I'll click on extract tree attributes, and that is going to analyze the cloud and extract the drip line, this big circle here, the height, which is our vertical line coming up the center here, and the DBH, the diameter of the trunk, down here. Okay. All of those are pulled from the point cloud directly, and the attributes are then included at the bottom part of the command pane. So down here where it says attributes, I can then take the tree spread, the trunk diameter, and the tree height, and I can apply those to a feature code directly. And the only prerequisite there is that I have a feature code library set up with a code that has the proper attributes that I can then map. So that's really easy to set up inside of TBC now. Trimble has brought in the ability to create feature code libraries right inside of our Project Explorer inside of TBC. And so I can see here that I've got attributes for diameter and height located here. And from my command pane on the right hand side, from the extract point feature command, if I use my tree code, I can then see down here below the attributes are mapped properly to the drip, the diameter, and the height. Okay. From there, I can simply click add, and the point cloud then is restored to normal. My purple outline disappears because now the information is stored, and it is stored in a CAD symbol that I've added to my feature code library, and it is carried here. If I review it, I can review in the properties pane my feature attributes, the drip, the height, the diameter there, and I have set this symbol to scale based on that drip attribute. So whatever the extract point feature pulls out for the tree spread, as they call it, I've mapped that into my drip attribute, and then I have applied my symbol and I have associated it with the drip attribute here for the scale, and so it scales that symbol simply by a single pick on my point cloud. Now, to up the ante on this, now that I've got this set up and mapped, I can come back into my my point cloud. Let me open up my high vegetation and my ground. Notice in my view filter manager over here, I have a segmented or a regioned point cloud. So I've used the auto classify regions from the ribbon to automatically classify my point cloud. And with that, that's what the system then uses to help break down the cloud and analyze and look for trees. So what I want to do next is I'm going to use the automatic method here, and I'm going to say extract tree attributes, and this will look at the entire point cloud and extract the trees, any trees that it sees or thinks it sees as part of the high vegetation layer as it is combined with the ground region. Okay, the high vegetation region compared with the ground region. And then I can QA/QC. One of the things that has been updated with this tool inside of TBC 5.1 is now I have an easy method or a simple method for going through and QA/QCing the system and making sure that everything is accurate. So in my extract point feature command up here at the top now, I have arrows that will allow me to step through my cloud. I can QA/QC the extraction, and I can accept that if it's normal. If I click next, I can move on to this one. That one looks normal as well. This one looks like either a shrub or something smaller, so I'm going to ignore that one. Move on. That one's a little bit fuzzy, so I'll ignore that one as well. Okay. That one's not. You can see here my this is on the fringe of my point cloud, so I don't have great density there. The better point cloud density you have, the better that this will work and the more precise it will be as you create these. Okay. So I can go through, I can QA/QC, and then I can use keyboard shortcuts for moving left and right if I hover over this little data tip here. And once I have gone through and created my my list of actual trees here, I can simply hit. Let me do one more here. Okay, we'll ignore this one. I'll hit add at the bottom, and that will create, in this case, 23 points with the tree feature code to your project and apply those attributes automatically. I can say yes. And now if I turn off my cloud region, I see I've got 23 tree features created with that drip line feature. Just one of the latest additions to Trimble Business Center as it regards to the scanning module and point cloud manipulation and data extraction from, in this case, SX10 data, but really any type of point cloud that we can import into TBC.